Hello, Reckoning7 and welcome back to Commission Black Sea as we continue this head-to-head game against Chap. And it's been a fairly tentative start to a modern combat mission title. I often find they're a lot more violent, but I think there's a little bit of feeling each other out going on here. This is the first time we've played against each other, and maybe we're... I'm going to say there's a heavy respect from my side, although that might just be an excuse for fear of mistake. But it's been interesting that no one's really kind of rushed in all out. Another thing I do briefly to mention is I was chatting with Chap today and looking back at some of our message history, and I realised I've actually inadvertently I broke one of the house rules we set up for the setup for the game. We weren't supposed to have any non-smoke artillery missions set at time 0, and obviously I had this kind of very harassing mission set up running around it from this forest right from the off. You could set them up for a delayed start, but you weren't supposed to start at time 0. I spoke to this and offered to kind of cancel the mission or do something else to kind of alleviate it, and he said it was fine. The intent was to stop people kind of artillery dumping right outside the deployment zone right from the off, and he was like, it was set up as a terrain denial mission, which it was, and he was happy that it wasn't. It was still within the spirit of things. So, slight error from my side, but I just thought in transparency, I wanted to mention it. Right, with that all said and done, let's get things off. I'm not entirely sure what the action is going to be this turn. Oh, he's moving in with a vehicle there. That is interesting. We've got a solid spot. Okay, we're going to have to go up and pay attention to that. We did have an area fire, which is probably doing a bit of work there. See what impact that's having, and who's making that spot. We've got our Bradley still hanging on a mission. We have got our 105s, have got an order in here. And we've got some sound contacts across this field. Got some more infantry. Okay, getting a little bit more of a picture now. Definitely seems to have spread out his forces, as we have done. Our harassing mission continues. As does our bit denial fire. Okay, but no big booms from either side, really. Interesting. Oh, that I will need to check out, though. Okay. Let's just start to see what's happening down here. And what happened to you? Laser warning. Okay. Oh. You lost the spot here. First blood goes to Chap. You've knocked out the radio. And who's it takes the hit? It's our assistant. However, in the grand scheme of things, that's not a terrible outcome. So I guess it's Brad here, especially considering we've got our little team of dreams here. He should hopefully be able to get themselves in a position where they can see what's going on. Now he may be expecting it, because I think he got sight of this vehicle earlier. But yeah, okay. Ah, darn it, first blood. Okay, well, maybe not first blood. So let's go back. I want to see who got this spot for to start with, and then we'll see what, if any, effect our orange had. So is our sniper here? So this chap does get the spot. I wonder if they get any shots off. Doesn't look like it. Looks like, see, let's say they kind of get spotted, but when they go to ground on this rise, they get covered. Okay. Fine. And then other one I wanted to check out was just how our area of fire went. No, we did get a spot on this side here. Well, we'll come back. We'll see how it goes. So we did have an order here to open up a little bit. Nope, helps if I hit the play button. They are running towards these trees, as we knew they were. It is just the coaxial ASCII to use, the 762. Which is, actually that was a mistake. In hindsight, I shouldn't have gone target light, I should have just gone standard target. Okay, we can correct that though. I'll just start area firing those trees, make life a little bit difficult for them. At this point we didn't get more vision from our sniper here. And again, using it deftly just to hide himself from our javelin position down there, which is sensible. Okay. Now, other things that we got a very, very brief spot of somebody back here, I believe it was. Yeah. From... Oh, you of all things. Okay. Well, probably has gone both ways then. And you just seem to be infantry advancing. Right, fine, no problem. Okay. Don't think there was much else to talk about. Alright. Let's go into order mode. Right, so things we need to... First, let's... I'm going to stay with the exposed position here. Let's clear a target. Let's go full on target line. Where's the best place to do it? So we were doing it here, but it looked like he came in kind of this side of it. So in fact, that looks pretty good. Do I want to do a full minute worth of that? Potentially not. And in fact, what I would like to do is do it and then run away. So why don't we clear that? We're going to target briefly for, say, 30 seconds. Maybe, aye, maybe no. Come on. Ugh. I know you can see it. I had it a minute ago. Okay. Is that the one we really wanted? Not oversight there. It's there. Clear target. Target briefly. There we go. Right, cool. Let's do that for 30 seconds. And then let's pull back. And we'll maybe kind of pop up on the side of a tree line afterwards. Just to try and mix things up a little bit. Okay, we're now in the woods. Our fine scouting team is getting out with its javelin in place. I'm okay with that. And I'm kind of okay, for really to get vision for him to push, he's going to have to expose his Jav team ideally to my sniper fire. Okay. One thing I would like to do though is start moving this team up, because I don't think they're in a useful position. So I'm just going to have them trump through the woods here, and then potentially pop out at the end. So let's get you forward. Beautiful. I'd probably like to do a little bit with the sniper as well, but we should perhaps wait for that. Now this is an interesting one for you guys, because there's an argument you said, well actually what I should do is flip them over to here and then just start, it's a bit late, but we could start spraying across that way. Again, just to try and make their life a little bit unpleasant and maybe catch the odd casualty. You know, we've got quite a good vision there. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do it. We can also move you over afterwards, and I think I'm going to get more use out of you in the immediate term there. I'd like to get here, I'd like to deploy your weapon, and then ideally, I'd like you just to start spraying anything you can over here. And we know we've got some people there, in fact we know they're right there. Do I want to just start hitting that? And so it's going to take time to go over here. So do you know what? Let's just shoot up over here for a minute. For 30 seconds. Spray out there, see what happens. I'm okay with that. Good. Oh, there is a storm kicking up outside, that's for sure. Right. I think it's time we want to start trying to do some advancement into the village. We know he's got some positions down there, so he looks like he's getting a bit of a flanking on the go, which is fine and to be expected. And we've got a few things in place to hopefully deal with that. So just gotta watch we don't expose ourselves to bits and pieces over there. But we'd like to try and at least get something into some of these buildings. We do have to watch out for Jav teams. I think this is one of them. Yeah. Really, I'd love to drop some shells on you. We've got another target at the minute, and I know they had some support coming in. But we may want to, yeah, after this mission, if they haven't moved again, although I suspect by that point they will have, but yeah, to drop some lead upon them. So let's start advancing with our scout teams. Let's take this first one here, I think seems sensible. I mean, we've got an automatic grenade launcher, which would be useful to have potentially in this building to start. Again, we can put some rounds into the forest if we see some more infantry coming. We've seen it kind of advance up here. They are quite slow. Okay, let's go. Alright, well, I don't need to do all the stuff on camera. I know we have done our 10 minutes. So I'm going to issue orders for scout team, the grenade launcher, and this other squad B to start moving in towards Victro. I'll probably get these two to take up a building, come forward with my sniper, and I'll probably have this scout just advance to the edge of these trees. And then I think the time has come to move forward with this Bradley as well. Although actually, no. What we're going to do with this one, I think, is actually pull back, head over in this direction to provide something else on this side facing off against some of these. So we'll have these two Bradleys continue to push into the village. We'll have this one kind of start guarding our flanks. And although because he doesn't have that same sight line, so we've got more of a visibility through these trees and towards that angle. So otherwise I'm kind of driving off in this direction, which I don't feel there's a real threat. Our MGS is still just chilling. And I don't feel like I'm using that to its full potential. Oh, I need to move this gentleman. Disappointed by his sightlines. Now he is a little bit exposed here. Have you popped smoke? Looks like you have. So it should provide a bit of cover, but I'm almost tempted to leave you there, because if I try and evacuate through these sightlines, for example, there's probably a good chance he's going to get another shot at me. And our Jav team on the hill isn't quite there yet, although they're not far away. I think they're going to get sightlines very soon. Nah, let's try and pull them out. So let's just be quick about it. Come up to here, and then go straight along. And then we'll worry about exactly where you've ended up. Since we don't have anything permanent we're waiting for you to do at the minute, I'm actually going to bring you down and just park yourself kind of down this way, just in case we do a bit of a wider push around here. Okay, good. Right, I'm going to finesse those movement orders, and then we'll call that good enough. And we'll see what the next one brings.